Okay, so I found this girl called Squirrel Tribe is the name of her channel. Um, Looks like she has 180 something thousand subscribers. Now, I just met her yesterday. I should say I just met her channel yesterday. So I'm not sure about her, but she has two videos. I'm working right now on the oh shit, I can't even remember the name of the channel for Brianna, Robbie, uh, and those guys over there. Actually, that channel is a really good channel too. I'm trying to remember the name of it now. It'll come to me. But no, it's not Wired. I don't know what the hell it was. Anyways, I was working on putting together a series for them, and I don't mean to jump around. I'll probably include this to Brianna and Robbie's series. And I don't know if Brianna and Robbie's series, if I'm going to do it to their name or if I'm going to do it to the channel name. I can't even remember the channel name, so I'm probably better off doing it to their names. And I'm still getting used to knowing all their. I don't even want to call them reporters because they're better than that. They're better than reporters. They are pretty good. I don't agree with most of what they say now that I've listened to them for a couple of weeks, but still, at least they seem to be looking. And then, looking into what the hell's going on and having a wise view on things, and all the reporters there's watch about, I don't know, they bring in like 10 different people all different times. I don't know what the hell kind of channel it even is. I'll go to the channel later, but anyways, this girl here, I'm just going to point her out because I'm going to play a couple videos that she started doing since yesterday. And she's not a reporter, but she's reporting on the stuff that's going on in Ohio, and she's found some information that was very easy to find. So, CNN, Fox News, all your mainstream medias, all the internet, these guys over at Redacted and what's his name there, Russell Brand, and all these people that are out there pointing us to the Canadian prepper. I'll give him a little bit of time because this girl just came out with this video, I believe. Not this video. This video here is yesterday's video, and then the day before she did another video I'm going to play. And they are lengthy. They're like 40 minutes. So I'm going to run some videos through while I'm playing her videos, and let's listen to what she has to say. And she's, I can't believe that some of the shit that she found to do with Ohio, and because she goes to show you, it's all the smart city initiative shit. It has to do with um, the takedown of our country. It has to do with the 7.8 zombie slaves not looking at what's right in front of them. All these things come into play with just this one girl who just happens to notice things. Now I don't know how many views her videos got. It says she got 180 something thousand, I believe, subscribers, but or is that views? 107,000, right? Yeah, 107,000. Okay, 63,000 views one day ago. Okay, so she posted it yesterday. She already got 60,000 views. So she must be a good person. I'm assuming she got that many people following her. So, and for her to not be an agent, because she doesn't appear to be any kind of an agent. Um, Maybe someone like this is more who I should be making a series to. I don't know. Maybe calling out someone else who's, I'm not going to say she's small. She got 100,000 subscribers on her channel. And she is pointing out some shit that I would usually get deleted for pointing out, and my channel would get shut down. So it's pretty good that she's able to, I guess because she's getting, going into different websites and getting the information from the governments themselves. So, anyways, I'm gonna play this video first, and then we'll do her other one from the other day, which is even better than this one, really. But it's different information. This today's information is about BlackRock mostly, a little bit about Ohio, and then the one she does the other day is all about Ohio. And wait till you hear some of the shit, because all the Ohio shit just doesn't make any sense. I mean, they have some trouble with the wheels. Now we're finding out that the yeah, hold on a minute. So now we're finding out about in Ohio. It was unnecessary to do a burn. We all kind of thought that when they first did it anyway, and they said that they did it, and we're like, well, I did anyway too. I mean, most people thought to themselves, well, why? Why wouldn't you not just foam and secure the tankers and keep them cool so they don't explode? It doesn't make any sense to fucking pour them into the fucking street and light them on fire. So the whole thing was purposeful, and there's a lot of other purposeful shit that's all happening. That's all coming down the pike now, and it's been going on, like I've been saying, for a long, long time. And everyone's ignored it, and you expect that when the boil keeps picking up and picking up, that the boil is fucking really high now, and there's still zombies. Everybody's fucking staying in their comas. It's either stay in your coma just and say fuck it. I guess we're gonna get taken out. We're gonna get taken out. It doesn't make any sense. Um, There's just so many things. All right, so you got the bird thing I was talking to you guys about. For the last 6 years, I've been talking about it. They came, they sent, and I live out in the country, okay, and they started under Obama. They started a 2 acre lot to have anything more than 6 chickens. I had I was raising chickens and I had roosters because I wanted to be self-sustainable. Well, they found ways out of that today. Now I'm going to tell you this other girl is going to report on it, I believe, and so does the Canadian prepper was starting to report on it. And there's a lot of other people that are coming up, but they're still not getting it. The bird flu, what it's about, and what this is going, what's going down. Eggs and chicken are one of our biggest things we eat. So yes, they're taking away beef. That's why I did the video about the guy in the beef video. Um, the chickens, it's always worse, and it's already been happening than they ever tell us. That's the shitty thing about that. I wanted to go down here because I was watching some of these videos were coming through the other day, and I said, wow, these are really good. I think it was January 25th. I'm on the Miguel Everyone channel, and I'm gonna go with this maybe January 24th. I thought it was no filter. There was one with no filter on it. It was really good. Even these are not too bad either. This one's got 9 views. You know, 9 views. This girl's got 63,000 views talking about something. I don't know, man. I'm trying to show everybody. Maybe it's because they all got their face in the camera. I mean, I'm trying to make everybody happy with it, but I'm going to say that again too. This is not a good idea. We should not be putting our faces on the fucking cameras. It's so stupid. I don't even know why I'm going along with it either. It doesn't make any sense. Um, but if that's what it's going to take to bring people to the channel so everyone goes and looks, I don't know. I'll take advantage of that and explain a lot of why that is. I mean, we're stealing the true creators' work. This is not my work. I can't take credit for what the true creator. This fucking face has been remade. Unfortunately, I mean, as I got older, maybe, but this face is remade millions of times over in the system. Um, when you see the true creator and how he's working everything and how his builders build, and you're gonna see it all, and then you understand false creators slash creators stole the true creator's work. Therefore, every one of these images made a mass, all these mass images, bio shell, every one of these images is out there everywhere. That's what I'm trying to show you. In the trees, in the waters, in the clouds, in the moon. We're all out there, these faces. That's why when we say we, you can put a social security number on it all you want. You can put a fucking name on it all you want. That's why there were little trickles of lies coming down through the Bibles and through all the religious works about the fact that we're all God's children and we all belong to God, and we should not be human slaves. We could be slaves to the true creator, false creator slash creator. Not that they give a fuck. It's only the humans that make up all those stories. But still, I mean, we could give our appreciation and show our appreciation for them. At least, I mean, the true creator's work, the false creator's work, the slash creator's work, it's all around us. I'm looking at the screen. It's all around us all the time. So for us to ignore it and pick up televisions and videos to go out and prove falsities and claim that these falsities are, yeah, we're taking a rocket ship, going to fucking outer space. No, you're not. Oh yeah, we went up to the moon. We landed on moon, put flag in there. We drove around. We brought a fucking car to the moon. Hey, how fucking ridiculous are you people? So we're gonna believe all this shit, right? I mean, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense. But anyways, before I keep running off on nothing, I'm gonna play these videos to you. Yeah, this is one of them. I thought it was gray though. Maybe it's not the one I. There was one that I liked a real lot because I have these playing in the background. That's why every time I get 10 views on a video, I can pretty much count that 7 or 8 of them were me because I'm always watching these videos because I want to see why are they not seeing it? Why is no one seeing this? It doesn't make any fucking sense, man. Yeah, you know what? I think I did this one. I did do this one. So let me go back. Let me play this girl while I'm doing this. And then whatever she says, and if I think of something, I'll shoot the shit about it. But yeah, I mean, oh, the bird flu. So yeah, under Obama, they uh, they brought in all these rules and regulations. The town came in, took my made me get rid of my roosters. They started fining me for having the roosters, right? All these things started happening, and if you talked about them, people called you a whack job. And they use CIA terminology and say tinfoil hat. If you know the true creator's work, you'll never care about a tinfoil hat again because the true creator's energy does not enter through the fucking head. It doesn't enter where you can put a helmet on and then that's going to stop the true creator's energy from entering. Nor will it stop the fucking turnaround that the human population does to the true creator's energy. In other words, antennas everywhere, that was one of the things that Brianna and Robbie were talking about that I was starting to disagree with them on these things. They don't even realize that the government has the ability to do that, to send sound waves and sine waves through and change the sine waves. We've known for a long time back to VHF, UHF, digital wavelengths. You got thousands of wavelengths in each category going up as far as we're even told because we're only told up to the digital and then we're told that there's another one right above that and I believe they say that yes there is because then there's solar there's a so you're gonna have your digital then you're gonna have another solar waves and what other wave? Anyways, all these waves going up, and there's thousands of them for each, height, what we would call up, down, left, right, backward, forward, that the true creator cares nothing about. Only humans do. Um, and the false creator, because that was the false creator's build was dividing everything. So, all right. So back to what I was saying. Under Obama, that was one of the things they changed. So under 2 acres, you could no longer have. Uh, Maybe it's this one. Anything more than 6 chickens. Now you can't not have a rooster because the roosters are fertilizing the chickens, and having sex with the chickens so that they can have fertile eggs and have more chickens instead of having more eggs. I thought it was a good idea. And I mean, I would have liked to not only for the meat because there's a difference between raising meat chickens as well as chickens that you want for eggs. And depends on what kind of chickens you have, what kind of eggs you're gonna get, and all that kind of crap. So, anyways, I told the building inspector when he came. I said, "How the hell are my chickens gonna get yeah, be fertile. I can't get them fertile. I need the sperm from the rooster." So I went and got the rooster one of those choke collars. Tried it out for like 2 weeks, and I felt so fucking bad for him. And I started a petition in town here. It was called "Help Save Romeo the Rooster" or some stupid shit. And I put a picture on a flyer. I handed out hundreds of flyers, maybe thousands of flyers. It was a lot of shit that I went through. And I could not get anybody else on board. And I couldn't even get anybody else upset that it was happening to them just as much as me. So they should all see a problem with this. And as I talked briefly in other videos, yeah, there were some other people you'd read about something in the paper or something, but nothing compared to the amount of people that were all around me that were going through it. They just said, okay, if that's the new rule, that's the new rule. And then they they got rid of their roosters, and just like I had to do, because they started finding me as why. Mm. So around that same time, oh, and also with the rooster used to keep the chicken in the yard. You didn't even need fence. You didn't even need fencing. The rooster knew where the boundaries were, and the rooster would keep all my hens and chickens in the yard for me. It was unbelievable, and would also protect them from other flying birds that might come down and get them, or other animals, because roosters are really tough birds, and I don't know anything that could fuck with a rooster, to be honest with you. Other animals that would come around, even if coyotes came around, two roosters could probably get a coyote and take it out. In other words, they'd run away. Even if there was one or two coyotes. If there was four or five, maybe, but no, they're pretty tough birds. Mm. Most of them are anyway. So so there are a lot of reasons that you don't want to get rid of your rooster, and a lot of reasons why you want to, because you can't have more than six chickens. That means that every 2 to 3 years, because really almost every year and a half, because your chickens start slowing down their egg laying. Okay, you have them for 6 months to a year before they start producing real good. They produce real good for about a year, and then they start coming off producing good and slowly slow down with a maximum of maybe 3 years, right? And this is the way it was with everybody when I checked around. And you fall in love with these chickens. They're such great creatures. Some people do eat them for meat so they don't get as attached, but they are hard creatures to not get attached to. They're very friendly. They're very nice. Even the roosters are really nice. The roosters don't attack you unless you're fucking with their hens, um, or them, or them for that matter. So, so we had all this shit going on, and and that was some of it. Now here today, I heard the Canadian prepper say yesterday, talking about the bird flu, and so did Redacted started mentioning it. So the conspiracy people and the conspiracy sites, I don't know if they're real people or not. I really don't know. I can't tell anymore. Everybody's so fucking full of shit that it's hard to know who's fucking who. But the bird flu, the reason for it, this was all talked about again. This was all, they wrote this shit in their books, man. This was all planned out. And the people like the Canadian prepper, they know, they read those books. Redacted, he knows, he read those books. So there should not be any surprise to us that they're doing all of this, right? And they're not acting panicked and scared. I'm not saying that, because the Canadian prepper definitely is not. He's not trying to worry people. He's just trying to help people out and get them ready. But everything that he's telling you, he's been telling you for a long time. And then as the boil gets turned up, everyone just keeps ignoring it. It's unfucking real. Okay, so then also back under Obama during that same time, I'm not blaming everything on Obama, because every president, when we could go through Jimmy Carter giving away the Panama Canal, giving away a lot of our human rights, every one of them, Ronald Reagan, terrible fucking, they're all scum. So So if they're all out to follow the plan of enslaving the human population, and it's every country, look around what's going on right now. Every country's folding up, right? It's no mistake, right? So, anyways, they started the under Obama. They started the no fire thing. No more fires in your chimneys. People bitched about it. Now these were all smart city initiatives based on carbons, and someday they're going to carbon tax you. They were telling you they already were. So they already were carbon taxing for cow flagellants in California at that time, and under when Obama started bringing those laws all to all of us. They started the automotive scams about putting carbons up into the sky with your cars and all that kind of shit. And then so the fireplace thing stopped. So I just heard them on a Canadian prepper bitching, for good reason. But people didn't understand that this was going to happen. But certain countries, and I believe it's the United Kingdom, the UK, people are getting fined and jailed for burning in their chimney, and it's cold out there. It's cold there, and they don't have energy, so they're just like we don't. I don't know when the fuck everyone's gonna wake up, but I mean I don't pay any bills. My wife takes care of the bills with my kids and stuff, so But I used to pay the electric bill, and the electric bill back then was $400 to $600 a month. $400 to $600 a month when I was paying it. Now think of how much, and that was years ago. It was 12 years ago or whatever, 11 years ago. So now it's way the fuck up there, and yet, and I don't want to pick on any one particular person because it's everybody. But nothing's being bitched about. Every year that it keeps going up and up and up and up, and they all say, "Oh, okay, okay." I'm like, no, man, you gotta stop the parties. No more birthdays, no more Christmases, no more fucking Father's Days, no more Mother's Days, no more Easter Sundays, no more weddings, no more fucking funerals or wakes or any of that. No more, none of this shit. All your celebrations, fucking done with them, man. Because that's what everybody's doing. Everyone's celebrating themselves. They want to see themselves on camera. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. So fucking ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. So as Obama started bringing that here to the country, they started changing our fireplaces. Our outside fire pits and fireplaces. And we're talking about fireplaces. They're not open pits. And they never were fucking open pits because they were so big. But then the fire department started showing up. Fire's too big one time. Got some logs that can't go into the fire, laying on the side of the fire. Yeah, but they're not in the fire. Yeah, but still they're there. Obviously, you're going to put them in the fire. So if we see that again, we're going to fine you on that. And then they come again another time and say, we already been here twice. We're going to have to fine you this time. I hate to do that. You seem like a really nice guy. So why don't you just not have fires in your yard anymore? No more fire pits. We like having fire pits. We're cooking out on them. I got grills right there on top of there, and we're making food with them and stuff. It's not just a fire pit to stay warm with. And it's not a fire pit. It's got sides to it. It's got a back to it. It's got a chimney to the fucking thing. But it was still like open in the front. Okay. Okay, and then you come back another time. Now, we decided that it's too close to the house. It's got to be 70 feet away. Yeah, but it's like 55 feet away or something. Yeah, but 55 is not 70, is it? Holy fuck, you gotta be kidding me. So I move it over a little bit. I get it out of the way, almost to 70 feet away from the house. And then he came out and he said, yeah, that's fine. I'd let you get away with it probably. But the problem is now you're close to those trees over there. I'm like, close to those trees? Those trees are 50 feet away. No, measures it out 30 something feet away. No, it's got to be from any structure or bushes or whatever. It's got to be away from everything, 70 feet. So, we're on a half-acre lot. You see where the house is built. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? Well, I guess you can't. Holy shit, man. What if I go get a wood stove and put a fucking wood stove out here? And then it's all concealed. I can even put a little stack on it and everything. An outside wood stove. How about that? No, can't do nothing like that. Because that's not what it's about. It's about enslaving us way more than we ever were. So now people in the United Kingdom and other places cannot burn in their wood stoves. So they don't have gas, right? Because they're running out of gas. Gas is way expensive. If they have an emergency, they definitely ain't going to have gas. So gas right now is 400 times more than what it was. So they can't afford it. And yet they're going to have to freeze because they're being arrested and fined for thousands of dollars of fines for, what is it, 2,000 euro or whatever the fuck it was, whatever they go by over there. So they were doing this here already, is my point. They were doing this here for years, all the way back in, they were started under Bush. They started after the Patriot Act, and they put fences around all the parks. You couldn't go anywhere. We were under fucking attack. We're under attack from within. We're under attack from within, like every country is. They're all under. It's. Go look at what I'm trying to show you, and you will understand and see what I'm trying to show you, and then you'll know that all the rest of it is all lies, without a doubt. You won't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to this other girl that I found that I like. You don't have to listen to anybody, because you could, just for the hell of it, listen to them and hear everybody out. You might hear something you like, but you're not going to believe anybody, because you're going to see the reality of it all. You're going to see the truth. That's why I keep saying to people, go and look. When I'm watching my videos back, I'm like, there's no fucking way. There's no way they're looking at these clouds and not seeing what it is I'm trying to show them. And yeah, this is the video. See, I took the filter off. So this is the good one. All right. So I'm gonna make sure that this camera's getting it. Yeah, now I could take the camera off there and really go in on it really good, but I'm not going to. And then the filter, what the filter does is it breaks up the pixels more because it's a plastic filter. So if I can leave the filter and not put it on, which I'm going to try to do that right now, I'm going to just leave it off. Even putting the yellow filter on, you start breaking the pixels down a little bit. I'm going to mention while I'm talking about nothing too is that, I was talking the other day about those 350-ton stones and the pyramids and talking about that stuff on another video I was doing. And and then you go back a month or so ago to a video that I did, and I was trying to point out to you guys on a moon video. I was remastering a moon video, and I was trying to explain the square pixels in the screens. Now, the monitor that you're looking at right now, and this monitor is an old monitor. It's probably 10 years old or older. It's got large square pixels in it. And then the camera that I'm on right now is a $35 shit camera phone. The hell's that? A dog? Oh. And then, and yeah, so these are large pixels. What I was pointing at, what I wanted to point out is, thinking of the true creator's work as a matrix, like a lot of people like to do, but it's not square pixels. Even the Matrix was using square pixels in their stupid movies and in their books. These are triangular pixels. Humans have a hard time building triangularly the way that the true creators builders do. The true creators builders build feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast everywhere to build everything in this realm from the veil to the ground, and they do it in triangular shapes. Just like right now in these clouds, there are millions of gazillions of triangular shapes. I could go through them and we start taking them out. That's what I do. I zing, I see them all. So anybody can do that. We all can do that, but you have to look. So my point is this: when you look back in time and you think of the Earth for what it is, instead of thinking of it in such a bio situation, stop thinking about it so bioly, I guess is the word. Okay, and you go back and just right now do it. Just take 5 minutes to do it. Everybody just go over to Egypt and stand outside the pyramids and stand outside the cat, the Sphinx. Okay, and just stand around here with me for a minute, just because that's where I'm going right now. I'm not using the true creator's energy to go there. I'm just using bio language, human language to describe something to you that you can think of in your head because you've seen it in pictures, right? So, okay, so we're standing there, we're looking at the pyramids right now, and you're going to notice that all these 5 ton blocks, and they're only 5 ton from the ground, pretty much 5, 6 ton or whatever, from the ground all the way up to the top. And then some of them were shaken out of place, and they can't even be straightened out or fixed because since that reset, since the time of that reset, humans have not had the technology coming forward. We have not had the technology yet to go move things around if we wanted to. 5, 6 ton stones way up high, we just don't have the technology. We're down to bricks. We're down to bricks and blocks and small little fucking 3 to 500 ton stones when we're building stone buildings and shit like that. I mean, we've lost all of our fucking we're fucking geniuses. Point here, I'm trying to stick on this. Okay, so now I go back. Okay, so we're still standing in front of the pyramids, and you're looking at all these square blocks. Now, and the Sphinx, same thing. The Sphinx is made out of square blocks. No human at any time that I can see anyway so far thought to take the slices of the pie to build with. Is it bio impossible? Because the builders certainly build everything triangularly, but humans on this bio scale, on a human scale, are forced to use squares and rectangles and blocks, those kind of blocks. We're not able to use triangular things to build with. And you can go ahead and say, well, there's kind of a triangle on top of the houses and stuff like that. But even that, to take snow weight and divide it down the side of the house and all that stuff, but it's still not built out of triangles. It's just a triangle sitting on top of square buildings. In other words, the lumber is long squares. No one's using triangles to do any kind of structural builds. Okay, so now thinking about that, okay, okay, we can leave. We can leave now. I just wanted to point that out, and then now come back and go to your children's video games. Go to your children's video games now and stand behind them as they play these stupid fucking zombie games like I do. And I'm standing behind them and I'm looking at all the blocks. And everything is square blocks. So now I know the pixels in the screen are square block. I know the size of them. And I also know the square blocks are being used digitally to make this fun game that for some reason these kids think are fun. And then the blocks fall down and everything. But everything's built in square blocks. So that's so now you take the computer shit garbage that we have of today, just like the same thing with the blocks that I'm talking about. We went from building 350-ton stones, then we had some resets in between, and then next thing you know, we're only building with 5 and 6 ton stones. Then you come back after another reset and we're building with only 1 ton stones. Then you come back after another reset and we're only building with 3 or 4 to 600 pound stones. We go from tons to pounds. Like for example, castles of England. Those stones are a few hundred pounds. Some of them even less. So look at how bad the technology has gone backwards from the time of the 350-ton stones. Okay, and those were all blocks. Even the 350-ton stones were square and blocks. They were not triangular, right? So keep that in mind. So now we're coming forward. So again, reset, 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 reset. You can see all the resets. So now when we come back from this next fucking reset, are we going to be in a digital world? Is that what this is going to be? And it sure seems like that's what's going on. So they've taken the reality of the true creator's work. They've taken the reality of the false creator slash creator's work. They've taken these realities. They've given us gods, goblins, witches, space aliens, space astronauts, fucking you name it, all kinds of unicorns, dinosaurs, all kinds of bullshit, evolution, lies, 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 zero. They gave us zero and infinity, lying motherfuckers, man. So these lying motherfuckers have lied about everything all the way up until now, and then now we're ready to go through another reset. So now when we come back from this next reset, the same way that the fucking blocks went from 350 to 500 to 50 to 5 ton down to fucking a few ounce little bricks, red shit bricks that brick buildings are made out of, right? These little 3 inch by 6 inch fucking bricks. That's what we're down to now. And then now we're going to digital bricks. Our money is going to be digital bricks. Our financial system, instead of being gold, silver, things of the earth, right? Things that the false creator slash creator uses to build everything in here, the carbons that are created and come off of these bricks, stones, rocks that the false creator slash creator built, right? In other words, mountains, valleys. And I say that because at a time when we were electrical species, right? At a time we were electrical species, this was all high like this. And then over the resets, we'd fucking break it down. And this is an exaggeration of the actual reality of it, but this is the gist of what it was. We looked like this on Earth at one time, and then over the resets we started breaking it down, breaking it down. That's why even some of the 350-ton stones that are way up in the air and high and everything, those could have been cutouts and everything around it. Because see, the whites are the cutters, and as you go down through the lines of all the colors, when you stick with the colors and thinking of the humans as electrical species rather than thinking of us as biospecies. And when you see how the system's working, that's the way the colors are working. The whites are the cutters. Now, for every shade of white working your way towards into the grays, let's say, all these different shades of white, peaches, very white, albino white, you're going back and forth throughout the whites till you get to the whitest of the white. The whites were the cutters. Now, the same thing I was telling you about black humans, it would have been the same thing with white humans. With white humans, we would have been, let's say the whitest of the white would have been the strongest cutters. So if you were cutting through a side of a mountain, let's say, and you were cutting through the side of a fucking mountain, then you might have too much power and you don't want to go all the way through the mountain. So then you bring in the peach white and you bring in the less white and the Navo white and whatever. And you bring in all these different colors. And now today we call them nationalities, races, this kind of thing. But at one time, that's not what we were considered. We were electrical species, a lot more electrical than we are today. So trying to stick to the point. So as you go through all the colors, then when you got all the way to the other side of the color spectrum, which you could also call it the light spectrum, you had the darkest of the blacks. And the blacks have all the ability for pushing and pulling everything into place. So once you cut the side of this fucking mountain, you need to move this 350-ton stone hundreds of miles away in some cases, and you want to put them down into the ground, and you don't have to raise them up as much as you might think is my point, because we were a lot more mountainous before the other takedowns, because it took us a long time before we got to this, you know. Once we got to something more, I mean, there's mountains and valleys and hills all over it, but it's no longer that. That's my point. So once we got back to doing this, and that is the moon map model that's in there, the the point I'm trying to make is, now some of the places that we think are so high were much higher before, and the places that are down low, this was that those were us. The canyons and the deserts and the oceans, all that shit was from us. That was from previous generations, and when we were builders, good builders. Not the kind of shit builders building with little 3 inch by 6 inch fucking red clay bricks that we are today. We were amazing. Um, and I don't know what went wrong, but every time they did a reset, I think what it is, the reason why I think that it is that we just get what you were gonna want to call more intelligent, and they call it the AI and um, advanced intelligence with the AI. That's all garbage. It's shit. I mean, when you really seriously, when you go look at the true creator's work, and you're gonna say, "Oh my God, the crap that we're dealing with today is garbage compared to the true creator's energy." I mean, this is obviously being done on a human scale, and then you got 7.8 billion people bowing down to the shit. Oh, I can't throw my cell phone in the trash. What am I gonna do without my cell phone? Well, that's the whole point. That's why they program you to do this. So don't let them do it to us. Don't let them do it to us. It's all of us. It's our kids, our families, our generation after generation. I mean, it's crazy. We don't have to do it anymore. We can all go see the system for what it is. So I've been talking to this whole video. What is it? 30 something minutes already. So maybe I'll just continue then for another 10 minutes and then I'll end the video. So, some more things under Obama. So they stopped the fireplaces. So we had two fireplaces in the house, and they only would allow us one, and we had to permit it. You have to get a permit for it, and then if we were to go under martial law for any reason, which obviously we will very soon, then it would be outlawed. And that's kind of what they're doing in these other countries right now. Is they're already starting their martial laws in certain countries. Russia's gonna pull the same shit. Um, they're all gonna do this because they're gonna go under military stances, and therefore, because we're gonna be under nuclear threat of a nuclear annihilation. And I mean, it still seems to me that they're only gonna do a partial reset. So yes, Adam will be divided, and yes, it will be a fucking horrible mess. But they're obviously gonna keep up certain infrastructures. Um, that's why they got the battery ops on all the towers, the cell phone towers, because they want to still be able to keep the slaves and tell the slaves where to go when everything goes down. They want all the slaves to go, huh? What do we? I can't. My phone won't turn. We got no electricity. It's gonna be a horrible fucking mess. And they want to be able to tell all the slaves where to go. If you're this color, then you'll be sent to one direction. If you're this color, you're going to be sent to another direction. If you're heavy and fat, sick, old, all those things, you're gonna go to this side. And if you're slim and attractive and everything's good, you go over there, and they're gonna tell you where to go based on all the data that you've given them, because you gave them all your pictures. You gave them all your fucking pictures for the last, and your kids' pictures and everybody else. So they got facial recognition. And oh, the facial recognition shit under Obama, again, something else under Obama. The facial recognition under Obama shit went way fucking Brazil. It flew. And the smart city shit all was going on and nobody was paying attention to it. Now here we are all these years later, and now everyone's saying that it's going to happen someday. Shit's fucking everywhere, man. It's in everything everywhere. Alright, so when I think back to uh, some of the crap that was going on under him, okay, all the websites were all being taken over. No matter where you went, whether it was a dating site, it was being run by the CIA. If you went on Craigslist, if to do anything on Craigslist, I used to um, deal with cars. I used to barter all the time. Collector of junk, so I used to collect free shit, scrap metal, that kind of shit. So all that kind of stuff. Plus dating. Also was still on Craigslist until those people got, somebody supposedly got killed or something, and they were meeting crazy people, as if that doesn't happen on every fucking dating website that weird shit happens, you know. So Craigslist was set up, then they started restricting everything. So in other words, it was all run by the CIA. No matter where you went, it was always going to be an agent. No matter where you went in Craigslist, if you went to get a cat or a dog or whatever, then it was going to be in, some agencies were going to be in there somewhere. You're going to find them, and they're going to be in there, and they're going to be saying things like, okay, if you're running a pet cemetery, or if you're running a animal shelter of your own, they want to make sure that you're taxed on it. They want to make sure that you're paying all the monies that have to be paid. They want to make sure that you got overhead. They want to make sure if you're doing it out of your house that you're counting it as a business. And they did that. They did that. They put all kinds of things into play, and they tricked us into doing that by claiming that it was beneficial for the animals, and you were a saint if you did it this way. And it costed people a lot of money. So people that wanted to help pets, even stray pets or pets that were abandoned or anything like that, you got to go through a bunch of shit now. You can't just take in a bunch of cats and dogs. There's too many regulations. You got all these ordinances that I know, because if you listen to my videos, you'll know that I still have one neighbor who she's not even grandfather claused in, but unless you get a lot of complaints, and you know, she's older and everybody loves her, so she's not getting any complaints anymore, but there, at one time she was. And then they told her about these ordinances. No, you can only have two pets, you can only have two dogs, and the acreage of a lot that you have, two small dogs is all you can have. If you have 2 acres, you can have one large dog or two small dogs. Now I know people are breaking this rule, I know that. I'm just letting you know the rules out there. She didn't know until they harassed her. You know, when I don't know who's harassing who, right? When you hear 9 dogs all yelping at once, you know, they're all little dogs, most of them. I think she has 2 big ones, and then the rest are all small dogs. But at that time, there were a lot of people going through that that had several dogs, and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" If someone complained, like let's say one of the dogs got out, bit somebody or something, and again, I'm not going to get on sides. I don't like fucking dogs biting people either, but you know, then you say, "Oh, it's the owner." It's not the dog. But I don't know about that either. We could argue all day. But anyway, back to Obama. So all these rules and laws are starting. Then I met the guy when I gave Romeo the rooster. Oh, this fucking video's gonna end, right? What is this at? Yeah, then when I gave Romeo the rooster away, the guy, that was when I met the dude that told me about Craigslist doing the gun buybacks, where they were buying all the old equipment that was not chipped. So all the shit that's we have today is all chipped. Everything from 2000 on. You know, I know people that work in the gun factories over the years. Even the gun parts that you're buying have the chips embedded in the wood, or they'll be embedded in the fucking metal. And they put a metal cover right over, because they used to put the chips behind the handles, but someone from Smith and Wesson got called out on it because Someone took their handle apart, and then they told their friends to take their handles apart, and then they found the chips. So then they said, okay, and they said, well, yeah, they're chipped. It says it right in the law. Any gun that's manufactured after 2000 has to have a digital chip in it, so that when we go into martial law, they're just gonna come around and collect all the fucking guns, all right? So you get everyone bragging about having millions of guns in the United States. Yeah, good luck with that.